So the whole ad situation's been a pretty big thing on this channel. So basically, I've always known that I've been putting fewer ads than the average, right? I haven't actually seen ads myself on YouTube for a few months now because I signed up for premium as soon as it was available in my country. But I always knew that I was putting fewer ads than the usual. But with the recent almost 5-hour long Oblivion video, it's got a total of, if you count pre-roll and post-roll, it's like 16, 17 ads maybe total. And a lot of people have been tuning into that video because it's actually gotten over 100,000 views somehow. But a lot of people tuned into that video and they're like, wow, could you put any more ads on this? Like they're all being chander. Could there be any more ads? And I'm like, it's a 5-hour long video. It averages an ad every like 18 to 20 minutes. Like, how is that a lot? And then some people sort of deflect and they're like, oh, well, you know, you're just playing video games on the internet. No ads are worth it. But the bottom line is I'm putting on average 3 times fewer ads than most gameplay videos out there. So then some people were coming to me and saying, oh yeah, well, where's your data? What do you mean the average is 1 every 6 minutes, right? Because the average is 1 every 6 minutes. And I was like, yeah, that's what I used to see. People would make between 15 to 22 minute long videos and there'll be 3 to 4 ad breaks, right? That's like normal, right? You'll see an ad at the 4 to 5 minute mark. You'll see an ad at the 10 to 12 minute mark. You'll see an ad around the 18 minute mark. That's like normal. And I'm putting fewer than that. And they didn't believe me. So I asked, Fairbuy screenshotted some for me here. So I actually tweeted about it if you want to have a look. Small sample size, admittedly, but you can have a look around as well. So we've got 4 screenshots here. And from the Civilization channel, as in the GamerZakh Civilization channel, PlayStation Access, PewDiePie, and Markiplier, right? So some big names, some medium names. The first video, 18 minutes long, 4 ads. Second video, 14 minutes long, 4 ads. Third video, 18 minutes long, 7 ads. Fourth video, 42 minutes long, 6 ads, averaging 4.5, 3.5, 2.5, and 7 minutes between ad breaks. So if you average that out, that's actually 4.3 minute average. I was saying 6 and people didn't believe me. It's actually more like 4. But if you don't count the post-roll ad and average it out again, it ends up at about 5.5. So even if you minus 1 ad from all of these, it still ends up less than 6 minutes between ad breaks. So yeah, my estimation was correct. There's on average between 1 ad every 5 to 6 minutes on a gameplay video out there. I'm putting 1 every 18 to 20 minutes. And people are coming to me saying that there's too many ads. And they're berating me. Every day I'm getting comments on that Oblivion video complaining about the ads. And I keep saying, it's a 5-hour long video. After the first few, I put an ad every 20 minutes. Like, how is this too much? It's literally 3 times fewer ads. Like, huh? What? Like, I don't get it. And people are just coming to the video and seeing the yellow marks there. But I have to point out, like, you look at those screenshots I tweeted, which Fairbuy so kindly screenshotted for me. It's 1 every 4 minutes, basically. The best one was Markiplier, and it was 1 every 7 minutes. Just ban those who complained about ads. See, I would love to, but at the end of the day, here's one of my major goals moving into the new decade, is to not just personally move away from ads and advertisements and advertisers. It's to develop a culture to move away from ads. Yeah, the best one was Gopher, which Gopher had 3 ads on a 40-minute video. But do you know why? Gopher gets $3,000 a month off of Patreon. At that point, you can stop caring about ads, right? And I just yesterday read an article. It's an old article from 2015 written by Hank Green, one of the creators of Crash Course. And, you know, they do fantastic stuff. If you don't know Crash Course, go check it out. But he wrote an article about CPM, right? To create content, it costs money. So CPM is how much money you make per 1,000 views, right? So if you get $2 every 1,000 views, you have a $2 CPM, right? Makes sense. Good. And he basically said that on YouTube, the CPM is so low that even for Crash Course, something incredibly popular and well made and everything, the CPM was $2 per 1,000 views, which is very, very low. A good channel, good CPM would probably have $10, maybe $12 CPM nowadays. But, you know, if you get like 1 million views and it's, you know, divide that by 1,000 times 2, and that's a $2 CPM. It's not a lot of money, especially if you're putting up, you know, production quality, right? Is an ad block part of the CPM problem? Kind of, but ad block, here's the thing. Ad block does not get rid of ads. It just pushes the ads on someone else. And Hank Green was writing in this article where he basically put into words a thought that I had in my head with these 2020 videos, where I'm doing like a 4 or 5 hour long video, where basically, one, someone has to foot the bill, and whoever is paying the cash controls the platform, right? So right now, advertisers are paying the cash. So everything on YouTube, in the YouTube environment, centers around advertisers because they're the ones who are paying the bills, right? The goal of YouTube, you can see, the reason why they're pushing YouTube Premium is you don't see ads with YouTube Premium, which means if everyone signed up for YouTube Premium, advertisers are dead on the platform. And the control of how the platform goes to the people who are paying the cash, which would be then the users, right? It's why Netflix can create such high quality content and not have to care about advertisers, because you got to pay Netflix to see their stuff, right? Though 100% I understand YouTube Premium is overpriced in some countries. It depends where you are, but it is kind of overpriced. But overpriced and value is a personal thing, right? But yeah, ad block just shifts the ad to someone else, right? Right? So at the end of the day, the thing that gets rid of ads is a small number of people who basically support beyond the norm, who then, through that action, subsidize everyone else, right? So for example, if someone donates $1 on Patreon, that could be something like 500 views on kind of my channel. 500 to 1,000 views, depending on the month, depending on the season, the kind of video, blah, blah, blah. It's 500 to 1,000, right? So if I'm getting like 800,000 views a month, then yeah. So if I get $1,600 on Patreon, then I don't have to care about ad revenue for this month on YouTube. Roughly. First of all, I actually can't tell you the exact numbers, but yeah. But then it fluctuates, right? January is bad for CPM, you know, it would probably be double that in November, that sort of thing, right? The basic idea of how to kill advertisers on YouTube is someone else has to foot the bill, right? Now, obviously, people who foot the bill should be the ones who are more capable of footing the bill. Those who are more financially well off, those who are from higher earning countries, right? Because $1 is 4 Malaysian ringgit, right? So it would be 4 times more expensive for a Malaysian to subsidize other people, right? But one person donating on Patreon, $1, subsidizes 500 views, 500 people watching a video, right? So that's how it essentially works on something where you want to avoid advertisers and avoid paywalls, right? The only way to avoid both of these is for someone, a small group of people, to subsidize everyone else, right? So one method is through direct donations, Patreon, Twitch subs, bits, using the Humble Bundle merch store, referral links, or the merch store, that sort of stuff. Alternatively, I do what I do here, where I do super long videos, where there's this Oblivion video and this Season 2 video, where you can see I'm doing this in 2020 sort of series now, where I make a 4-hour-long video, and some people will watch through the whole thing, seeing all of those ads. Whereas other people will only watch a bit, or they have ad block on, or they don't see ads or whatever. So instead of donating money, they're donating time, right? So people, the few people, like the maybe 5% who watched the whole 4 hours, are subsidizing everyone else, right? So that's another way of achieving this sort of thing, right? But this sort of long-form watching, still relies on ads and advertisers, right? It still relies on ads and advertisers, which is not the end goal. We want to get advertisers not necessarily off the platform, but we want to take control away from them, you know? So to take away control, we have to kick advertisers off. And that basically means someone else has to pay the cash, right? And that, YouTube Premium's a very good solution to that, because it straight up removes ads for you and it puts money in creators' pockets, and it pays for all the YouTube stuff, so YouTube can stop caring about ads as well, advertisers rather. And YouTube Premium views are not affected by demonetization, COPPA, demonetizations, not suitable for all advertisers, that stuff, right? So YouTube Premium is better for the platform and environment and creators in general. Now, Hank Green was actually saying, for top quality production, right? Top quality production, because Hank Green has experience in TV, film, all of that stuff. He's very experienced. So in the article he was saying, for top quality production, you actually need $1,000 CPM. That means $1,000 per 1,000 views, right? And $1,000 CPM sounds insane, right? However, people more than pay that when they go watch a film in a cinema, right? Just for reference, in America, what's the average ticket price of a cinema ticket? 10 to 13, right? So let's say you pay $10 to watch Avengers in the cinema. No 3D, right? That's a $10,000 CPM, right? It's $10 per view. It's $10,000 per 1,000 views, right? So watching in the cinema, people are very okay with paying $10,000 CPM, right? So it's not insane in the big picture. However, you can't expect people to pay the same for Avengers and some random gameplay video, right? What's CPM? It's how much money is made per 1,000 views. Technically, it's cost per mille, M-I-L-L-E. YouTube videos aren't movies though. Yeah, 100%. But YouTube does have movies, right? So the argument Hank Green was saying was that because CPM on YouTube is so low, the only kind of content that can survive is really low budget garbage. Like the stuff I make. Low budget, no employees, no fancy equipment, none of that, right? Because I don't get $1,000 CPM, right? I don't get $10,000 CPM. I, at best that I've seen on my channel, in the best month ever, it was $10 CPM. The best month ever was a $10 CPM. Maybe it peaked up to like 11, 12. And that's like the best of the best in the history of my channel. And it doesn't maintain there. It often just goes back down, right? The best is $10. No fancy equipment. Yeah. Oh, it's not really fancy. It's like a little bit above average now. But yeah. So because the CPM on YouTube is so low, YouTube videos are not the same quality as Avengers, right? And that's why there's so many ad breaks on so many channels, right? On average, 5 minutes. I said 6, it's actually 5 minutes per ad. So moving away from this, so the reason why CPM is so low is because advertisers and marketers for years have said this phrase: influencers are underpriced. Influencers are underpriced. They always say that. And that means when marketing companies buy ads on YouTube, they don't think that YouTube ads are as valuable as something like TV ads, right? Marketing companies and agencies pay more for TV ads than YouTube ads. Mrs. GamerZakh is an actor, has done ads, has done ad work, and TV ads and cinema ads pay her more than online ads, right? She actually gets paid more if they're putting the ad on TV because the budget for TV ads is bigger. The budget for YouTube ads is less because YouTube's not as important. So in the long run, advertisers are actually going to kill themselves because CPM on YouTube is so garbage. All the creators are now looking for other sources of revenue: direct sponsorships, Patreon, memberships, YouTube Premium, all these other ways. And what that's going to do over the next 5 to 10 years is that more and more people are going to pay to not see ads on YouTube, and advertisers are going to be pushed out of YouTube over time. Like right now, based on my stats, 5% of people use YouTube Premium. If it gets to 50%, when more than half the people are not seeing ads and paying money, advertisers will lose control. There won't be as many people seeing ads. Getting those targeted ads to the people you want is going to be harder. The cost of advertising goes up because right now it's too easy to get an ad in front of someone you want. Right? I got the McDonald's Prosperity Burger ad during the Oblivion video, right? It's so easy for McDonald's to come along and say, I want a 25 to 35-year-old watching gaming videos to see a burger ad. And it's so easy. There's so much space on YouTube. So the price is really low, right? The price is really low. Yeah, I'll pay you 2 cents to show it to them. Okay, great. Of the 2 cents, the creator gets 1 cent, right? Because there's just so much space. Once more and more people sign up for YouTube Premium and stuff like that, and people stop seeing ads, then advertisers are like, I want the 25-year-old to see the burger ad. And it's like, sorry, Burger King is already bought up all the burger ad space for 25-year-olds. So McDonald's is like, all right, I'll pay you more to show my burger ad. Then the advertisers compete with themselves and the price of ads go up. Creators get more money from ads. CPM goes up. Right? That's the long-term plan to kick advertisers out of YouTube. And then all the control is taken away from advertisers. We don't have to worry about demonetization. We don't have to worry about COPPA. We don't have to worry about not suitable for all advertisers, because advertisers will be desperate to try and reach people. When right now it's too easy to reach people. Right? It's too easy. So the price is really low. So in the long run, YouTube is garbage because it's based on the people, like any platform is based on whoever pays the money. YouTube is bad because it's centered around whoever pays the money, and whoever pays the money right now is advertisers. Right? So hopefully that explains things. Subsidization by people who are willing to directly support is the only way out. That's the ad lesson. I've been looking into it, I've been researching, I've been looking at the stats, I've been thinking of options, and I've been making these 3 to 4 hour long videos with 15 ads on them, and having countless comments complain about them, saying there's so many ads, and looking into it and confirming that I'm actually putting 3 times fewer ads than the usual. So I hope you understand the situation, right? That's too much knowledge right there. Yeah, it's sort of like everything I've been processing over the weekend, over the past couple days. Just blah, there it is. So I'm gonna make some commitments to continue my reduction of ads, right? As you can see, Gopher only has 3 ads on a 45-minute video. Makes a lot of sense. I want to go in that direction. So I currently have a Patreon goal for about $360 per month. If I hit that, I will take an ad off of all my videos. I'll take an ad off of all of my videos. 1 ad break, gone. Another thing I don't like about the ads is that they tend to not be broken well. Yeah, I would love to go through the ads one by one and place them perfectly. But I'm a solo operation. Like I said, CPM sucks. I can't afford to hire anyone. I asked on Twitter. There's YouTube editors and assistants on Twitter looking for work. I asked, how much do you cost a month? And they said, on average, it's about $1,000 a month. I can't afford that. I can't afford $1,000 a month. I can't afford that. It's a lot of money. That's 4,000 ringgit a month. So yeah, I want to keep sharing these kind of details so that I'm not just saying, come donate to my Patreon, I want money in my pocket. Nom, 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 nom. No. I actually have a very specific goal to not just personally move away from advertisers, it's to create a culture and understanding of how to move away from advertisers. Because even if you can't donate more directly, then you should at least understand the process of kicking advertisers off of YouTube. But yeah, that's one of the goals moving forward into the new decade. So if you already donate directly in any form, whether you're a Twitch subscriber, whether you're a Patreon donator, whether you regularly use the Humble Bundle referral link, or you buy merch once in a while, you are already doing more to get rid of advertisers than, right? It's hugely more beneficial than ads. So if you use ad block, but then donate on Patreon, that's 100% okay. That's perfect. Right? But yeah, that's how we kind of have to move away from advertisers, because content is kind of garbage. Content is kind of garbage. Adblock was bought. I heard Adblock was bought, but then there's others, right? Adblock is just it's like calling it a Hoover. It's not always Hoover brand. You're like calling it Panadol. It's not. Panadol's a brand. It's paracetamol. So yeah, I hope you guys understand the process at least, and I hope you do understand. Clerkin, thank you so much for the sub. I hope you guys do understand that I am actually reducing ads. I've reduced by 2/3 already, right? And I want to continue reducing it. Any questions about the whole advertiser situation, send them my way. Twitter, Facebook, Discord, whatever, I'll explain. I've spent a lot of time, and particularly this past weekend, thinking about it, trying to come up with solutions, how to move forward, how to culturally inform people of the advertiser situation, and we can all move away from advertisers because advertisers suck. And advertisers are not paying us enough money to make us want to keep them around, right? So the ideal situation for us is advertisers lose ground on YouTube, and then they will realize too late that, oh, we've been underpaying everyone and everyone moved away from advertising revenue. And now we can't get ads to the people we want on YouTube. Because advertisers, I know from secondhand experience through Mrs. GamerZakh, do not know what they have with YouTube. The ability to put an ad of your choice in front of the person of your choice has never been easier than on places like YouTube and Facebook. It has never been easier in the history of the world. It's never been easier, and they're underpaying. They're treating it like it's cheap. And that's why creators, even with lots of ad revenue, struggle. That's why places like Crash Course get $2 CPM, which is $2 per 1,000 views. It's garbage. 1,000 views should not get you $2. You know, in the best month of my channel, 1,000 views got me $10, maybe $12. 1,000 views. Try to imagine a room with 1,000 people in it. That means on average, each person paid less than a cent to watch the video. Right? Like, do the math. Take $12 divided by 1,000, and that's the best it's ever been. Right? That's the best it's ever been on my channel. Right? So I think it's important, based on the last 2 weeks of hate comments I've been getting on the Oblivion video, I think it's important to spend time explaining and getting the message out there and actually telling people how this works, right? Because I got a hate comment today. What was the last one? Let me go to my comments here. Bruh, that's a lot of ads. I explained, why do you think one ad every 20 minutes is a lot? I'm putting 3 times fewer ads than normal. It's a 5-hour video. More details on my ad policy in the description. And he responded, I haven't read this. I'm just reading this now live for the first time. I get that, but don't compare your videos with the normal amount of ads. Those people who put 3 to 4 ads in a 10-minute video get just as much grief off the community. If a lot of people are unhappy with the amount of ads you put up, why not just put less? Maybe 1 every 40 minutes. Hey, you do you, man, but people are entitled to an opinion. I actually like your videos, lol. So thank you for that generally pleasant comment, but 1 ad every 40 minutes means I just stop making money. Don't bother with internet argument. Yeah, but if I don't bother, things continue as a status quo. Most people do not bother, which is why so many people misunderstand how ads work. So this is your full-time job? Yeah, it's been my full-time job since 2015. So if I don't go around explaining all of this, then who's going to explain all of this? No one's doing it, right? Even places like Gopher, right? He generally explains his expenses, but he's already at a point where, you know, he just doesn't put ads because he's making tons of money off of Patreon and Twitch, right? He's got $3,000 a month on Patreon, which is fantastic. Wonderful channel. Love Gopher. Subscribed. You can go subscribe to Gopher. But that's why he can turn off so many ads. That's why he's the one who's putting an ad every 40 minutes, right? So I think moving into the new decade, and 2020 especially, I have to start explaining all of this. So if any of you do want to contribute, I do have very specific goals of reducing ads, right? Already on Twitch, if you are a subscriber here on Twitch, I turned off ads. There's an option to do that here on Twitch. If you are subscribed on Twitch, you don't see ads on my channel. If you see an ad, it's not my fault. I turned it off. You're not supposed to see ads. It's Twitch's fault. But on YouTube, as people continue to donate on Patreon and on Twitch, I will turn off ads. I'll go back through the 1,000 videos I have, 1,000 plus videos I have, and turn off an ad break. I'll do it. I've done it before. That's why we're at 1 ad at every 20 minutes. It used to be closer together. The only video that I put more ads are the list videos, because those list videos subsidize the entire channel. Remember what I said about a minority subsidizing the majority? That's how it works with the list videos. The list videos count for 40% of my total income, everything put together. So I make the list videos, advertise heavy on that, everything else has fewer ads. But I can justify the ads on the list videos because those take so many hours to make. 60 hours to make, to be exact. Right? I'm trying to find ways to not die and reduce ads for you guys. Any questions? Anything you're curious about? Anything you're not sure about? Anything you're curious or unsure or worried or interested? Anything you're worried you're misunderstanding? Anything you want to know about the whole ad situation? Any questions? I think it was pretty thorough, and I explained it to like 60 to 80 of you guys. So hopefully this idea and understanding and message starts to permeate through the Zakhalite community first. So at least on this channel, you guys understand the process, and hopefully it starts to spread slowly through other communities and stuff.